football. It's the best thing that ever happened to you, football. Riot Squad. You heard?
Easy, bro. Y'all see the name right here? You want to shoot reason.
Yo.
Still number one. No one is for a reason. This thing right here is for a reason. Flag. Bring them niggas back.
Number 11. Remember that shit.
We are who we are. Oh yeah, we back in the building. This is what we've been waiting on, y'all. I got, I'm saying, oh, yeah, we live. Yeah, I got the two co-hosts on the side of me. I got my boy Buddy Love, and I got my boy LO to the SO.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we got a good show today, y'all. We got the one y'all been waiting on. It's dark. It's dark. It's dark.
Real dark.
It's about to get real dark, yo. We about to go into a lot of stuff today. A lot of questions need to be asked. A lot of questions need to be answered. You know what I'm saying? So it's about to go down. Before we go down, we got somebody new on the side of us. So I'm gonna let him lead today.
What's going on? What's going on out there, man? You know I bring that real authenticity.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That I do.
Let's see.
And I keep it real.
We'll see.
First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Jerry making a huge transition into Brooklyn with the Chiefs on a merger. And I must say, so far, it's working out. I seen y'all play in the tournament, Brick City tournament, and y'all did a phenomenal job. Y'all held a team to 6 points that everybody expected y'all to be blown out by. Give yourself a round of applause on that.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that.
And I just wanna jump it off into some real stuff. Like when I first heard that you was merging with the Chiefs, I was like, Jerry personality, they personality, it's not gonna work. But you guys were able to overcome adversity and work together. And I want to say that, you know, I applaud you guys for putting the egos to the side and doing what's best for the kids. But I want to hear from you how you feel about the whole transition, leaving Jersey to merge with the Brooklyn Chiefs.
Well, I would say it's not so much a transition, and it's not leaving Jersey. It's really us putting collective minds together, coaching together, and the players together, and do something that no one has really done before. I only feel like you're limited by your imagination, and if you think there's possibilities of ways of making it work, then we can make it work. And when we looked at it collectively on both sides, we thought that it would make the most sense to give the kids the best opportunity to be successful at the next level, be as competitive as can be, and, you know, again, do something that no one's ever done before. Now, when you're trying to attempt that, it can be impossible. You're going to have a lot of naysayers, and you're going to go through a lot of situations where it may be easier to quit, but I feel like we have good resolve, and I like the direction that we're moving in.
I respect that. Hats off to you guys and what you're doing over there. To the right of you, we got my other brother, Will. And I just want to say to Will, you know, fresh out of the tournament that you still didn't get your rings for. I'm very privy to that. I seen you posted a couple of times online. But we're not gonna talk about that guy. But you know, defense won you that game. So I would say, like, moving forward, I know you're very comfortable with your team this year, and I know you're looking forward to doing some great things this season in BTS.
Absolutely, man. We've added a couple of new pieces to what we do. Some families that have come in and bought into what we're doing as a team and what we're doing as a unit and trying to accomplish on the national scene. You know, our goal, I got to be honest with you, man. Personally, I'm not too big into the rankings and all that stuff. It's the kids. You know what I mean? The kids, I constantly have the kids over my house. Any given day, I can have 5, 6, 7 kids over the house. And that's all they talk about. Why we not ranked? Why we not doing this? So this off season, what I did was talk to the coaches, talk to Jerry with the schedule, and I said we need to put our kids and put ourselves in position to be talked about on a national level, on a national front, especially on our 11U, for us to share. So that was my goal. Opportunity presented itself to get an opportunity to play Suicide Squad. It was supposed to be Flower City, but I know they backed out at the end, and Great Elite, and one tournament. You know what I mean? Coming off of a week where we went up and beat AYF Division II champs, Salt City. You know, we beat them the week before, and we had opportunity the following week to play Great, was the top team in the region. You know, followed by that. So I wasn't passing that up. You know what I mean? So the kids took the opportunity and took the advantage of it and made the best of it. So the rest is history. Preseason over. Now we're in the BTS. Now we just got to keep chopping and finish the job, man. National is the goal. That's it. One goal this year. Natty or bust.
Keep it dark, baby.
That's it.
Natty or bust.
Natty or bust.
Before we even get into like the season, I see I had a big game. I think it was last week against the what it was.
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks. Can you? That was a good game. That was definitely a good game. Where do you feel y'all ranked, or do you feel like when it comes to the best teams, like the best 11 U's, where you feel y'all sit at?
I think that was a good test for us, man. The Blackhawks, just Generation X, just released. They're number 10 in the country. We are extra point away from that game, tying that game and a possession away from winning that game. So if we gonna compare it to what they got as the rankings and what they got as 11, who was the RHE Hornets from North Carolina, who we beat 41-18 the last game in Nationals, we right there.
So you feel y'all the best in, like, when it comes to 11U, y'all feel y'all the best in Jersey and New York?
Absolutely.
So you said national bus.
National bus.
So when it comes to the Suicide Squad, I see y'all like super competitive. That team that go back and forth, but y'all have to like the better end of the stick, or pause if that's what I'm saying. Y'all have the better. I guess y'all got the W or whatever. I'm gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but you feel that y'all that better than them?
I think we are better than them. I'm not going to say we haven't lost to Suicide Squad or the Saints, formerly known as the Saints. I'm going to be quite frank and say that we are better than them. I'm going to say that we find ourselves in a position where our playmakers are making the plays. I will say that's one of those old school rivalries we talk about with old school football. You know, everybody's seen us play them. The Blackhawks saw us play them. Oh, we're going to smoke y'all. Y'all only scored that touchdown against them. You know, but people don't realize that those kids they probably right now on the phone playing Madden together.
That's a fact.
Those kids are locked in with each other. They best friends. They want to go to the same high schools, and they in Brooklyn. We're in New Jersey, so it's like it's a family thing. So when we get together, everyone knows each other's tendencies. I know Angel's tendencies. You know, you guys know Angel knows my tendencies. What worked this year was adding guys like you to the staff, and the staff that he's built and, you know, added to that was a little bit of a change for us, where we were like, oh, this is a little different than what we're used to, which is good. You know, for me, this is my first time I'm calling the office this year. I didn't call it in the past. So that gives us an opportunity for a different look. But you're talking about two teams and two levels that have played each other, I want to say at least 6 or 7 times in the last 3-4 years, where we know each other in and out. So those games aren't really relative on how good we are or what we can do outside of playing each other. You know, we battle. Those games are going to be battles. I don't see any of those games being a blowout. You know what I mean? I see those games being a battle, win, lose, or draw. Those are going to be battles.
But you don't feel like they're catching up to you, like they one play away?
Football is a game of inches.
What does that even mean? One play away.
Because
Did you win or did you lose?
That's it.
Fuck one play away.
That's it.
One play away.
That's it. One play away don't mean shit.
The reason I said one play away because it was that one mistake that got the
And then what happened?
look.
In the next year, the next one mistake, and then the next.
And guess what I could
That's
say?
two mistakes.
We were one play away from beating the Blackhawks, 21-20 in a loss. One play away from beating the Blackhawks. They're not going to say that. They're going to say they turned the ball over twice. That's why the game was tight.
So out of those games, which one do you think was the toughest game out of the games that you played?
The toughest games out of the games that we
Out
played,
of those 11U teams?
I would say Great Elite of the Blackhawks. That Great Elite game was, you know what? It's hard to say it was tough because it was so early in the season. The Blackhawks game was tough because of what they do offensively. Those coaches have those kids well geared. You don't see guards pull the way they pull, backs run the way they run. But we took advantage of what we do good. So that was a battle of power versus a little bit of finesse in that game.
So let me go on record just to say the grade A game, I can't really grade that game because grade A is known for cheating. So I can't. I don't know if you played 11 or 12 or 13-year-olds. I don't know. So that game we just gonna leave that one alone.
I wasn't there for any checks. We also got robbed on the overtime rules by the guy that was running it and came in and overruled the ref too on that. So
Yeah. So without further notice, I go on record to say, look at your score against Philly Blackhawks and look at Suicide Squad score versus Philly Blackhawks.
absolutely,
Two different outcomes, two different teams. But was it
styles make matchups.
was it the coaching, or was it the level of preparation by the coaches? Was it in-game adjustments, or was it preparation?
So you said something good, and I pride myself on that. My coaching staff do the same. They would speak and say the same thing. We pride ourselves on in-game situational movement. We pride ourselves on saying we're going to be the best at our level that's going to make in-game adjustments. We prepare for the game like we prepare, but we also say in-game adjustments is where we're going to win the game at. You know what I mean? And like I say, we're a player or two away from winning that Blackhawks game, making the adjustments. You know, we ended up getting the stops in the turnover. We couldn't stop them in the first half.
Yeah.
Every time they touched the ball, they drove down the field.
Yeah.
We ended up, doing what we do in practice, working on turnover drills. Hey, go punching the ball. The kid want to be physical, not go down. Once somebody rap, the next person go in and try to punch the ball out. That's the stuff that we were trying to do.
That's coaching.
Absolutely.
But you can't really compare the Suicide Squad like when it comes to that Blackhawks game, because they way better than what they showed that game. You know what I'm saying? They way better than that. So we're not going to even do that. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel that Suicide Squad's better than both teams. You know what I'm saying? Because when it came to Dark Knights, I felt that I said the next go around that Suicide Squad will win by 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And I feel, and I'm not being biased. It's just that I know what I know, and you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what I tell my kids. Suicide Squad have a better roster than what we have.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't going to out-coach us. And they ain't going to out-hustle y'all. And they ain't going to outplay y'all. And somebody on this team going to make the big play, then they not going to make the big play. Difference in that game is the pick six, right? So
Definitely.
Xavier caught a pick. Guess what my guy did from the back of the end zone? Ran him down by the time he got to the 50.
But why do you feel that they won't out hustle y'all though?
Because we that's how we coach. You don't get out hustled. You might fall. You might get up and go get it. Don't no, the play not over till the whistle's over. The whistle blow, then all right, cool, you can chill. We teach 6 to 10 seconds of ass kicking, and then you get a 25-second break. That's what we talk about. You got, as a lineman, if you can block for 4 to 6, 8 seconds, do your job, it'll be a successful play. If you find yourself only blocking 2 seconds, we're in trouble. That game, we found ourselves in blocking 2-3 seconds. We were in trouble. But we made the play on the defensive side by not giving up on the play. But also that interception in the pick six was just from watching film, from knowing what to expect, what to see.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. We've been down this road before about the 11U team, but I'm ready to go straight into the get go. You know what I'm saying? The blogs is a little hot right now. It's the blog is on fire right now. So I want to go straight to that because you know what I'm
Straight to the
saying?
fire,
Because
man. What everybody wanna
that's
hear.
what everybody want to hear. That's what everybody looking for. So yeah, I want to put this guy on the spot for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see if he got the questions that everybody want to know.
And I'm going to give you the questions that everybody want to know. Jerry, let's get right to it. What's going on that 13U level, Jerry? A couple of kids left the show recently in the last week and a half. I was out of the loop because I buried my grandfather. God bless his soul. But when I got back to the blogs, I seen everything was going on. So I just want to put it out there before you say anything. You get bits and pieces of stories, and you don't really know the real what's going on. But me being a youth football coach, this is year 17 for me. I don't feel like no program should hold a kid back. I don't care who it is. So you tell me your side of the story.
But before you tell your side of the story, why do you feel that no program should hold a kid back?
Because it's youth football. It's no commitment that's gonna dictate your career today.
No contract.
It's why can't I go play with the Saints? Why can't I go play with the Dark Knights? Why can't I go play with Hempstead? Why can't I go play with Rosedale, EO Jags? Why?
But if I made a commitment to join your organization and I'm there, who's to say that I can leave and go to someplace else?
Who's to say I can't? Because if I made a commitment, that I made a commitment off of what you told me as a coach or a president. Some people promise people things and they don't live up to it. So when I get in the system and things don't go the way that we discuss, what am I to do? Or if my kid isn't getting along with other kids or he's not happy, what do I do? I'm a father first. I gotta do what's best for my kid.
It's not even about the parents before we go to Jerry. I feel it's not even about the parent. This is youth football. So don't we supposed to cater to the youth? When the youth gonna have a say so?
This year,
When does the youth count?
this year on the Riot Squad Youth Podcast, we giving the kids.
I'm just saying when the youth counts. Cause okay, I'm not gonna get into this. Let's go to Jerry. Let's go to Jerry. Can you let us know what's going on?
Okay, so the long and short of it is, um, we've had individuals come to certify with our team, and they were not able to certify because they were certified with another team in the league. And so the question then becomes, in order to certify, you would need some type of acknowledgement or waiver from the previous organization. Um, just as a coach, just as a man, I think I stated this before, everyone should be entitled to play where they want. I respect that as a parent. Um, that has happened to me most recently. I turned over the documents and let players go where they best see fit. And that is, I think, how things should operate. And anybody that operates in an organization, I feel as though should respond accordingly, right? That's beside the letter of the law. That's just human common sense. But now, if you want to move into the letter of the law, right, then it has to be applicable across the board. So if you want to enforce a particular law, okay, that benefits you and others, then you need to do that full and foremost across the board. So that's what I'm trying to bring up today, and that's what we're trying to get an understanding of. We would just like everyone to be able to play wherever they can play, call it, it is what it is, and move on to week one next week, right? In the absence of that, now we're going to have to go through every single team and every single roster and understand who's who and what's what according to the rules, and then we'd have to do all that before the first game, which is next week.
So in layman's terms, you just want it to be fair across the board.
100%.
Like
Across the board.
Like college, transfer portal is open.
Not like college, not like that, but again, what's good for one must be good for all. That's all we're asking. That it's consistent, it's transparent, and everyone can do it if it's fair game. That's it.
So, Jerry, as per the rules, before the season starts, a child is able to move, and you be able to move a kid to wherever org they want till the season starts. Correct?
Well, this is specific to being certified. To
Okay.
play, right? And once you are certified, you cannot be certified with the team if you do not have um, a waiver from an organization who you were certified with the year before.
But the waiver isn't it predicated on either um, a, a balance owed from the church? Is it some kind of stipulation?
I don't know all of the stipulations.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of the day, I don't even know why we even have this live, because this is like a waste of time to even be discussing it. Okay, parents should choose whatever they want to do, right? And the coaches and organizations move accordingly.
Yeah,
That's it.
parents should definitely have nobody should be able to override a parent. No one should be able to override a parent. You can't tell me my son certified. I don't care. I'm gonna be. I don't even care if my son's certified with you and he don't want to play with you, or I don't want him to play with you, or for some reason I don't care. If maybe we can't get there. It's too far or whatever. There's no way you gonna tell me. You should be able to tell me no. It's either you play with me or you can't play for no one else. When is this youth football though?
So it is youth football, but it depends on the timing, right? Because if the season is going,
If the
it's the
season
season started. It's
started.
the season started. If the season started, and
Right.
then you can't move. You're not going to be able to move and go to another team.
Why? I see
Because
it
it's
happen.
no.
'Cause if you
it's no
played already-
certifica- it's
I
no
see
cert-
it happen.
it depends if it's an open certification. Is the certification still open?
So I seen certification be
I think-
open up until November. Before.
I think it should be.
But it depends on when it closes. It depends on when it closes.
That wouldn't be.
If he played already, I feel you can't. He shouldn't be playing.
I think
If he
it should
played
be
already,
certain situations. If a child moves, let's say a parent closes on a house.
that's
They
different.
live in Brooklyn and they close on a house in Jersey. You know, there's certain exceptions that are opposite of what the rule is, right? And I think what the problem is here is that this rule is not being applied universally, right? We're talking about a specific level right now where this is happening on 13U, but we're not. If we're gonna be quite frank on the show, we're not talking about how an all-star program was used to recruit kids that were already part of other teams in the league, and those kids were basically what I would say was hoodwinked, and now they're part of the program, and some of those kids may want out of that.
Damn.
Some of those parents may want out of that, and they're being held hostage, held captive, right? And we're gonna use big words from leaving the organization. And we have a thing here at Dark Knights. If you leave, that's cool. You don't hear us asking. Look, if you don't want to be part of my team,
It's okay.
it's okay. It's youth football. We're gonna get another player. We gonna next man up. We're not holding you hostage. We're not saying, "Oh, we need you got it." We're not signing your waiver for you to go play for that team. You know,
Do you feel like the kids get? Do you feel like the teams get an unfair advantage by having a kid? Like if you're in my system, you're gonna know my entire system. Now you're going to a team that might be a rival or somebody that might be in competition with us. Now you know my whole game scheme, you know my play call, and you know all those things. And moving and going to someplace else, you don't think that should be factored into the situation at all?
you a coach.
What's the time frame? If there's a set time frame where this is the deadline, that's the timeline, and you should plan accordingly, right? You always have to assume somebody's in the playbook, somebody can leave, so anything can happen. There's always a leak. There's always a mole.
And we haven't even started week 1 yet. I can see if we were a week in.
But what I will say is between you two, I know you guys are going on 3 years now. So what I will say between you two is that y'all have male energy. And this youth football thing, it's a lot of sassiness.
Absolutely.
A lot of people complain, and a lot of people, I don't like that he did that. Why did he do this? My kid, that's my,
That's a
no.
fact.
Y'all have male energy. That's why you said next man up. Because you understand what being a youth football coach, nobody's tied into a contract.
At all.
Every year is different.
At all.
Every team is different. Every situation is different. You have to plan and move accordingly.
Yeah, you're right. But now, while we touching on the subject, I need you to be honest with me. Do you think that is rules being bended to keep a kid from coming where they want to come? Or it's just the specific kid they don't want to go? I need to know.
I can't answer that. The only thing that I can say is certification is open. There are 3 rules. Okay, best 11 play. Okay, do your job. Next man up.
I could say that. I can answer that. I don't think they're being bended. I think the rules are trying to be applied when it's convenient. So if we're going to apply the rules, we need to apply the rules across every level then. So if we're going to apply the rules with a 13U can't do what the 13U do and the kids don't want to play, well, guess what? You need to give back every kid on every level that you have that's associated with a program in the big tri-state.
But doesn't that go into the? So, what if I'm one of the parents that the rule applies to, and I don't have a problem. I want to keep my kid there. So, yeah.
If we're gonna do the rules, we got to go by the rules, right? So if my child, right, if I have a child that goes to the Harlem Jets, left this year, went to the Harlem Jets, I didn't give them a waiver to go to the Harlem Jets. So if we're gonna apply the rules, that kid needs to come back, whether the parent chooses
That's
to come
a
back or
fact.
not. If we going by the rules,
But you having male energy, you didn't care that he left. Because you understood that nobody's tied to a contract.
It's not even that.
Maybe
It's,
he looking
I
at
have
it-
a male energy, and that means that I want that kid to be in the best possible
It's
situation
youth
for
football.
him.
It's best.
Exactly,
It's all about we gotta cater to the youth. It's about the youth. It's not about us grown people.
bingo.
You keep saying youth football.
Yes.
And I understand.
It's
He
the
understands,
youth.
he
We
understands
want
what
what's
you
right for the
understand.
youth.
But let me tell you something.
Not everybody.
When has it been about the youth in the last 4 years in New York City youth football?
But that's our fault. That's our
Well,
fault
what
because
does
when we
that
see
mean?
It's the
What-
people
what
that
does-
control.
What does
It's the
that
people that-
mean?
it's the
What
people
does
that control.
about the youth mean? What does that mean?
it means
What does that
because
mean?
one this you if we always
Giving
saying
back T-shirts. What does
no
that mean?
no it's
Equal
about
playing time?
it's
Tell
about
me,
making
What does that mean?
it's about putting them first. It's about putting them first.
Okay,
You know
how?
what I'm saying?
So when they're first, then what happens?
What you mean? You got to
Put the
elaborate.
kids first, and then what happens?
I don't know what you mean. Then what happens?
Give me some specifics. You said it's
Hey,
about
this
the
is
kids.
youth football,
so give
right?
me an example.
When I say this
of
is
in
youth football,
it's about the kids.
Because
Show me,
because one
tell
we
me.
supposed to make sure they good. We supposed to guide them in the right direction, the right areas. We one like how we keep them off the streets. Now when we guiding them, that means we put them in the right places. So me,
Where are they going? What places?
no,
what are
when,
they doing?
hold on. I'm not talking about team to team right now. I'm talking about that's part of it. But when I'm talking about guiding them the right, if they want to do something, we gotta let them do it. And I'm not talking about anything negative. If it's something positive in sports, let them do what they want to do. We don't control them because God forbid if they get hurt, we go and live our lives with our family, and they family gotta deal with that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about putting them first and stop putting our egos in front of them. We can't. We lived our life already. So we can't be holding these individuals back just because we have personal feelings when it comes to this person or that person. It's not about my personal feelings.
Okay.
It's about these individuals. It's about the youth. This is youth football. It's not. There's not semi-pro or there's not NFL. There's not. You see what I'm saying? But this is you. These babies still. They're still babies.
It's bigger than the org. That's basically what you're saying. It's bigger than the org.
Absolutely.
It's bigger than me.
Yeah, it's bigger than everybody except for the children. Because if they're not enjoying themselves and they're not giving them a place that they can go and they go have fun, because the football is fun,
Fun, safe
right?
place.
That's if they're not doing that, then we're doing them a disservice.
Sure.
It doesn't matter about any org if the kids are not having fun. So if you're making it about an org and an org and an org and this org and this org, you missing the biggest point. It's about this kid and this kid. Some kids get in and they play 3 plays, and that's the best time that they have for football. Some kid, but it's just true.
Correct.
It's just true. It's just true.
Some kids
That's-
don't even want to play. They just want to be part of the program.
but that's important though.
mm-hmm.
But that's important. That's important to them. So everybody has their own thing that they take from it.
So
As an org leader, as a coach, you're supposed to just be able to just give them the venue and set them up to succeed. That's it. You're there as a guider. That's it.
So you're trying to say basically it's supposed to be a safe, fun environment as far as when you're a part of a youth football program, but a lot of people across the board be moving real stranger dangerous.
I mean, a lot of times, the older people, the coaches, right? They take away the fun out of the situation.
But
Majority of the
I agree. I agree with you, and I think that what you're saying, it kind of proves what we're trying to let out here. If it's really about the kids, as we say, kids is the top priority. The kids want to have fun. We want the kids to have fun. We want the kids to develop. We want the kids to learn. If that kid does not feel like he is having fun, he or she is having fun in that particular organization or any particular organization, and they say, Dad, Mom, I want to go over there
No,
with my
not
friends.
like that.
Is that, how is that,
That's-
is that not, like, are we going to just dismiss that, or
No,
just,
that's a little different. They like you talk about they in a few games in and they just not having fun. But as a parent, is one you have to.
You're talking about first. I think we just have to define a timeline.
a
And then,
timeline?
If we agree, say okay, before it's a week before, it's week 0 or a week before the first week. But there's got to be some set time frame, because then you
But
can
it's
say
bigger than-
playoffs. Or whatever.
It has
But
to
sometimes
be.
it's bigger than like I'm not having fun. Sometimes you have to get to the bottom of like what's going on though.
That's the
that's
that's the
true.
Oregon and team's problem.
And,
That's their problem.
and also, Jersey High School for years, I got to check and see if it's still the same. When you transfer, you had a 30-day sit-out.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
There's a 30-day sit-out. So if I went to Bergen Catholic and then I decided to go to Don Bosco, I got a 30-day sit-out.
But is that 30-day sit out for every player?
For the
Or
transfer,
was the rules ever bended?
they may have been.
Because That 30
Situational.
day, that 30 day
Situational.
sit out in Jersey
Situational.
might be upon who you are.
Yeah, that's 4
Could
weeks.
you
of the
hurt my
season.
team if you play within the 30 days and not send me to the playoffs?
Correct.
Rules
It just
are
has to
bigger
be
everywhere.
a dead. I wouldn't recommend saying okay after 2-3 games. Oh, I don't want to. I'm not happy here, so I'm gonna go join a team that's 4-0, and I'm on a team that's 0-5. We losing or whatever. That's far beyond. It should be a definitive date where your roster is set. And once your roster is set, it is what it is.
It's
When
certification.
everything is clipped, that's when okay, the deadline passed.
Certification.
Everything is done.
Certification is,
Yeah. Everything is done already. Everything closed now is different.
Which is what, October 1st, right?
I think it's September 17th this year. I heard the national rosters have to be in.
The certification is
September.
open. That's regular occurrence. Everybody's been able to move. You just, even if somebody's certified on another team, you just get the paperwork and you would move it over. They would restamp for the new team and they will move over. That's just what happens.
That was clear.
So
We wouldn't be
Los,
sitting here.
Los, you touched on something very big, and that brings up, if we being straight shooters, that brings up the bitch assness that's happening, right? Because if there are certain kids that can go, if the kid isn't whatever the kid is, those kids are allowed to move. But now that the fact is that it looks like there's players that make a difference,
Now you want to.
now we want to use the rules and be selective.
So now let me ask you a serious question. Because you know I ask the shit that nobody don't want to ask. Do you think it's favoritism upon BTS with certain teams?
Well, I will answer that. I think you have to look at the data and look at the instances where there are a number of questions, right? So whether you look at posts on forums or you look at, podcast questions and see where does the predominant number of requests kind of start from, and I think you will find that there is a trend. Yes.
Okay, Jerry.
So it's yes.
Hold on, Jerry. I don't have time for your intelligence.
Yeah,
and your
'cause that-
diagnostics.
he
I
took
don't have
me.
time.
Yo,
I asked
he
you
took
a
me.
goddamn question.
That's
Yo,
not
he
my
took
Do
fault.
you
me.
think
That's not
that
my
is
fault.
favoritism upon certain organizations and BTS when it comes to certain incidents? That's all I'm asking.
Yes or no question, or maybe, or no. Or
I'll tell you something
I
I've
don't
thought
think
for the
so.
longest. I think the show runs the BTS.
That's
And
an
it's
honest
and
answer.
it's not on the field.
That's an honest answer. I respect that.
You know what I mean? But
But what makes you think that?
as he said, just certain instances, certain things happen. It just, I don't know, man. It just, from the outside looking in, I've never been too involved in the whole politics of youth football. I just want to volunteer my services and keep it moving. But when you get more involved and you start looking in, it's like, and then you get situations like this where we all know it's a unspoken beef of the show and the Chiefs.
Okay.
The show one-upped them with getting a couple kids from the Chiefs organization. Those kids thought they probably were going to a better opportunity, better situation, and they changed their mind prior to the season starting, and now they're being told they cannot go back to their rightful
So
team.
now let me ask you another question. You said you feel like the show get the favoritism, right? But what if the Renegades was just as good as a program as the show or the Chiefs? Courtney is
Correct.
a big dog in Big Tri-State. Would you feel like it would be favoritism?
Again, you have to understand and accept that that is going to be the case. Okay?
Correct.
I am a parent, okay? I have 4 kids, okay? Whether you want to admit it or not, there's going to be some favoritism, okay?
Right.
But what I'm saying is the shit can't get that fucking far out of line. Okay, at least give them all fucking lollipops. Do something equal. Okay, you can't just have one in diapers and the other one butt ass naked. It does not work. Okay,
I know
you
how
can't
to draw 'em
selectively
out.
decide when somebody wants to wear what.
Make it hot!
Listen. I just, I pick and choose my battles. Okay, and sometimes things just get me a little bit perturbed. Okay, and this one in particular, just just want a fair fight. I just want a fair fight.
But can you be mad at somebody for invoking a rule that's
No,
there?
no,
But I'm just saying,
you
if,
can't.
if I'm a team
listen,
and if I choose not to, if I don't know the rules, because if the rules are there and I don't choose to pick and use the rules
Yes.
to my benefit,
I agree.
who's at fault?
No, I agree. You should always be intelligent enough to do your own due diligence and understand, right? I understand. That right. But what we're talking about is being a fucking man, okay? And having balls, okay? And standing on it. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the letter of the law. We're talking about the intent of be competitive, be a man, let everything stand on its own. That's it. It's not that fucking difficult. It's not that hard at all.
Hold on, I got one for y'all. The Chiefs weren't in the big tri-state last year. Those fucking kids should be able to go back to wherever they want to go to.
No, because by the letter of the law, they weren't on, so that doesn't count. But now let's go through everybody else.
Okay. Well, Jerry has spoken. The Lincoln lawyer is pissed off. Using all type of big words. We ain't graduate from Harvard, Jerry.
Jerry said Princeton, bitch.
But, you know, I just feel like, you know, what you said made a lot of sense. Give them all lollipops. Don't have one with a diaper and one butt ass. You're right. But that's a higher up thing. That's not only amongst the orgs, it's a higher up thing. That's a commissioner thing. He has to enforce the rules and he has to stand on it. That's a higher up thing. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I mean, if it's there in the rule book and I can use it, like I think before when it was weighted, some coaches, if you over a pound, they wouldn't bounce a kid. But it's in the rules. If you don't make weight, I can bounce you. So if it's there and I can use it to my benefit, am I wrong for
No,
that?
you're
But
not
it's-
wrong. But if you do use it, okay, I'm not saying you are, but if you do use it, then you are a bitch, okay? That's what I am saying. It is, okay, it's fine, you can use it, but you're a bitch, and I don't respect you as a man.
But you don't have to respect me if that's the rules and I'm following
That's
the
fine.
rules.
That's fine. Follow
That's
the
what,
rules.
yeah, so I'm
Follow
following the rules. Yeah, no
If-
problem.
it-
So
and then-
if you want to follow the rules, you have every right to. So
Sure.
if you don't,
Sure, but
that
I don't
doesn't make
respect you.
that doesn't make you not a bitch.
I don't
But-
respect you.
So,
Don't
so my
I won't
question
shake your
is,
hand as a man.
If you
no.
if you follow the rules on 13U, what do you do about the non-U
Yeah,
kids
that's
that,
it,
are,
that's all.
that are joined from the Avengers
Yeah,
and
that's
other
what I'm about to
programs?
say.
What do
If
you do for the 10U rules, the kids that have joined from Dark Knights, the Avengers, and other programs?
But that's a
What-
you thing. You have to invoke.
No,
the
no,
right.
no, no, no,
no,
no.
no, the commissioner
that's
has
not
to
how it
invoke those
happens.
rules.
If you follow the rules, you have to follow the rules. That's it. If you follow the rules, you have to follow the rules.
But
That means the rules go across the board.
but he knows
Across
the
the
rules. He
board.
said if I use the rules, I'm a bitch. Not me. Though.
No, but he's
But-
saying if nobody else using the rule, but he's saying like if nobody using that rule, but you want to use that now, when it come to this kid, you are who you are. But my thing is, if you follow the rules, you gotta follow the rules now. You see what I'm saying?
But I don't have to follow.
So
he
you-
has to follow the rules.
No, we all have to follow the rules.
We all gotta follow.
I can follow the rules, but you have to invoke the rule because it's not my kid.
No,
I
no.
don't have to
It-
invoke the
it's
rule.
like Buddy said, it's a higher up thing. So if the higher up, it comes from the higher up. So if they say, okay, we implementing the rules, this is the rules for everybody. So okay, you want him? You got him? We want him.
Pull
Come over here.
Pull that roster. Them kids got to go
Now
back.
you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no problem. So if I'm gonna follow the rules, but you have to say that this rule is going to be invoked on your kids. No.
No.
No, the
No.
rules invoked across the
No.
league.
No. The
Of
rule,
course.
the rule is like the Bible. It's
No.
already in the fine print.
The rule is
Yeah.
there. The rule is there.
He's saying
But we don't have to invoke the rule because Jerry just said if you invoke the rule,
You're a
you're a bitch.
Yeah.
So that means that he.
Meaning-
hold on, no.
Yeah.
No, that means that the rule is there. Point blank. Period. If I invoke the rule, I'm a bitch. So he can invoke the rule, but if he doesn't, and I still get his kids, it's on
No,
him.
but he's saying them on his personal shit. No, I mean,
Let me.
Chris.
I'm right here. I can explain. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is. What I'm saying is,
Get the dictionary.
If you invoke the rule, yes, you are a bitch, okay? But don't get it fucked up because I can respond to bitches too, and I will do the same thing, even bitchier. But now I want it across the fucking board. So now, not just on one, I want it across the board, and I want every team, and we're gonna do every roster, and we're gonna do it before the first game.
Okay. I mean, but that's your right. That's your
Correct.
right because that's
Correct.
the rule.
Correct. But I shouldn't even have to be a bitch like that. That's what I'm saying. I shouldn't even have to do this. We shouldn't even
Well,
be
I don't-
sitting
I
here
don't think-
at fucking 12:30 at night.
I don't
We
think
shouldn't
that's a
even be
B.
talking
I don't
about
think
this.
that's a B move. I think that's like I'm just trying to use it to my advantage. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Wait,
bitch move.
Correct.
Yeah, but
If you're trying to use, you're trying to finesse.
No,
you're trying to
but
use it to your advantage
no.
because you're not a fucking man.
No,
That's why.
no.
That's
It-
why.
it means-
say
know
it
what
with
I'm
your
saying?
fucking chest. You're not a man. You're not a man.
I understand. No, but it's all about. Let me see. I'm gonna see what I can get away with. You know what I'm saying? It's not really.
Because you're not a man.
That's not true. It's a
You're
game.
trying to
It's,
see
it's,
what you can do.
it's-
You're trying to play. You know who plays? Men don't play.
Men play
No, listen.
What type of men play?
football. Athletes.
No, but listen.
athletes.
If,
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of men
You're
athletes.
playing with my
You know
emotions.
what I'm saying?
But
No,
hold on,
but-
Los,
but
Los,
if
let
I'm-
me
if-
touch on something.
Go ahead.
I understand what he's saying in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of if you follow that rule to not let a kid play, is it circumstantial? Because I've seen a lot of people waive a kid that wasn't good at a game for
Yeah.
weight, but if he's a factor,
Yeah.
oh, he's not playing.
Yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
the bitch
Yeah.
energy he's
No,
talking
I
about.
know. No,
So I
that's-
understand what he's saying.
I know what he's
Because
saying.
I've been there as a player
Yes.
and I've been there as a coach.
I've
Yeah,
been
I
there-
understand
I've
that.
been there as a coach. If kid got bumped, they did
No,
that
I
before.
understand that though.
But that's not the rules. You understand what I'm saying? Is that a thing between like
Yes.
a man to
Yes.
man? That's
Yes.
cool. Like,
Yes.
listen,
Yes.
I wouldn't feel comfortable bumping a kid. Like my coaching staff, like I wouldn't feel comfortable bumping a kid. I want to win just to win. No, that's it. We played against. I played against older kids before.
Correct.
We just lined up. That's just what it was.
Correct.
But that's me. That's what I stand
An
on.
older kid, you played against a kid that drove himself to the game.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But that's a super fact.
No, I'm dead serious.
But yeah, no, he drove himself to the cage. But and he had the lights. He had a fake license.
So it's still.
But it's still, if it's the rules, and the person invokes the rules, whatever that makes him. Now it makes you invoke the rule. Are you wrong for that? Or are you? I mean, you have to invoke the rule, right?
It's circumstantial.
Now, if you invoke the rule and then your rule is not being accepted, then it's a problem. Correct?
We just equality.
Okay.
Across the board.
So then, I mean, if the rule was never invoked or it was never done, it was you would never invoke your rule, right?
But is that rule in the in the BTS rule book? That's what we need to know.
So we need to talk to. We need to get a BTS rep here.
Yes, because if it's not in the book, if it's not in the rule book, then what are we doing? But if it is, then we gotta go.
gotta follow by it.
We all gotta follow it, and
Yeah.
then and not even that. That's gonna mess up a lot of programs though.
But that's not what are we talking about. We're
No,
talking
no,
about the
no,
rule.
no. Yes.
No.
It's the fair. It's gonna be fair now. Let's be fair.
Carl. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Don't fuck up the game for everybody.
Because guess what?
That's
You can't-
basically
you
it.
can't-
You
You
can't
can't have.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't have youth
That's what
football
I'm
without the
saying.
youth, right? You
Yeah,
can't have youth football
yeah. That's
without
why
the
we
youth.
said let's be fair. Now let's be fair though.
But that's a conversation that needs to be happening
Yeah,
and had, right?
yeah.
In short, that's it. That's really it. You're gonna fuck up the game because a couple kids leave your level. You fuck it up for probably the rest of your org. Because if we being honest about what we're talking about the show going on a rampage this year. I like that shit. To be honest with you, the motherfuckers went in and did they thing. They got kids from everywhere. I like it. They went and did what they were supposed to do. Right? They did what they were supposed to do. Build a program, build something that is attractable, and to bring the kids in. But will your bitch assness, right? Will your bitch assness allow, while trying to play by the rules, mess it up for every other level in your org? Because if we're being quite frank and we're going to go by the rules, we're going to comb through the book and go through every rule.
Yeah, now we're going to go in your house and get...
And to be honest with you, my looking of the 2021 rule book, which is the last one that I've seen, right, when it wasn't BTS, it was the Big Apple, right? My understanding of that was the Chiefs kids wouldn't even qualify for this rule. They had to be part of a BTS roster the previous year. They weren't part of a BTS roster last year.
So they're exempt.
So those kids should be exempt. They should be able to move where they want to move prior to the season taking place.
So was that
To or
brought
from.
was that brought into the decision? Was that information?
I think we need to get clarification. Let's just see this in rule book form, okay, documented, and
That's
then we
what I'm
can
saying.
solidify. But that has to be done prior to this first game of next Saturday. But
No, it got to be
otherwise-
done now.
It got to be done now, right?
It got to be
Because-
done like tomorrow.
Is there a more updated rule book? Was the question?
I would like to see.
I mean, it's only a couple people that have that information.
But let's go back to
I have a rule book, but it's 2021.
So then we need an up-to-date one, right?
so even though we're talking about the this stuff like with this can kids do this and that, let's go to the original the matter. How does the parent feel about the situation?
Well, the parent voiced himself on Facebook. He said he left and went to the program, the new program, expecting and being told certain things. Again, I'm just reading from what I read. I don't know anything about it, but he was expected certain things, told certain things, and that didn't pan out. And the kid didn't like what he was told.
Hold on, Jerry's showing you something.
Kid didn't enjoy what he was
Yeah, no,
told.
keep talking though.
The kid didn't enjoy it, and from there, they decided they didn't want to be a part of that program anymore. They wanted to go back to where they came from.
So as us as an adults and men and the grown women or whatever it is, what we are, you know what I'm saying? When it comes
That's
to
what I thought.
so that means the parent don't have a say so when it comes to their child.
I'm sorry, just to say what Jerry showed me, because we are showing we on live. They did the same thing I thought, right? I didn't know it. I hear a lot of shit, but they did an early registration, right? And we're talking about spring ball. Now, that's a whole nother topic. We need to differentiate whether we talking spring ball, preseason, or the BTS schedule, because those kids played a preseason that don't got shit to do with BTS.
Yeah.
So if you do an early certification and lock those kids in under false pretense,
What's the
That-
early situation? Early.
I heard they did. I heard they did first.
Loring spring ball.
I heard they did first week of like July type of certification. I ain't never heard that in BTS, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. But from my understanding, the show just did certification this past week or last week, right?
So that means it's not a lock
I
then.
wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
So from my understanding, the show had certification not this past weekend, but the Thursday prior to this weekend. So why would one level do certification and the rest of the org do certification a month or 2 months later?
You got a point.
I mean,
That's a good question, but only the president of the show, vice president, or the commissioner can answer that question. That's above
Yo,
my
alright,
pay
so we
grade
gonna-
because I wasn't there.
Right.
If I was there, I could be able to answer it, but I wasn't there. But what I will say is, to sum it up, bro, a kid should be able to. I say let the kid go.
We all on the same page with that.
Let him go.
especially if the parent
Just
and the
let him
kid.
go.
Especially if the parent.
Let
And this
them
don't have
go.
nothing to do with no specific program. I'm just
Look,
saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna talk from a dad hat. If my son is on the team, you're not gonna let him go. I'm gonna be a fucking problem.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
That's-
gonna be a
that's
fucking
what it
problem
is.
for you and your org.
Like,
No,
'cause-
hands down.
See, that's
Like, damn, he in his movie.
that's what I'm saying. There's no way, that means you have more say so about my kid than I do.
Shit, you might get a playbook if I'm the kid dad that you ain't letting go. You might get a playbook or a scheme that we plan on running against you that next week.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's all about timing.
No,
I think
it's-
it's all. I
it's-
think it's about timing.
Nah, it's
I
about
think it's
what's
about.
right is
I think
right,
it's about
what's wrong
timing.
is wrong.
It's
I
about doing what's
under-
right is right.
I understand that, but I'm just
What's
talking.
what's
I'm
the
just
right
talking
timing? What's the right timing?
You set
prior,
the
prior to certification
You-
ending.
you set the palette
Because
and you
prior-
wanted the
prior to-
London broil and that shit got burnt and now you want to send it back. Nah, you can't do that.
If your child wants to leave before certification ends, you should have every right to.
Okay, walk me
But-
through a hypothetical timeline.
So certification.
Yo,
So
this guy
what
right
date?
here,
so
right.
I'm
Certification ends on what date? When,
I don't-
when
I'm
is
just
the
saying-
game?
I'm just
and
saying-
when is the last time that you can leave?
so certification sometimes roll past the first game.
sure.
Sometimes it
Makes
does.
sense.
It's late
yeah.
certification. They do have that. But when
Understood.
certification is closed,
So I heard, not to interrupt you, Louis, I heard the late certification is what, September 8th?
Man, that shit in November.
No.
nah. So sometimes it's after one game.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
it might
let's
be
say
after twice.
mid-September, right?
So
So let's
it
say
might-
September 15th.
Whenever certification is officially closed, if your
Yes.
whatever team your child is on, that's
Right.
the team that he should
And
stay
you,
on.
and you bring
Okay.
up a big point, right? Because if you look at the Down South League, right? Because I'm in the 11U, the 11U closed August 28th. You can't. I got a kid that just moved down there on my team that just left and is in Georgia. I sent to ABA. right? He can't play. He got down there September 1st. They closed their books. So that also leads me to say, why are the books open so long?
I mean, that's weird. I ain't gonna lie. That's weird because me as a coach, we had a kid that was on another. We had brought him over. He had his paperwork with somebody. We had to get him put it in our books. That was just it. Stamping over.
Now transfer I'm
So,
cool with, but I'm talking about like a new certification or something like that. Like how is it? Like down south has it. They have it. It's before September 1st. You can't get added or be part of a roster down south. Now I don't know if they got any exceptions, but that's the rule. That's kind of what they're going by. They have a set date where if you're transferring, you're doing anything, you better have it done by September 1st.
The books are open that long because in New York, these people want to see if it's controversy and we could get your best kid to come over. So we poke the bear, poke the bear, poke the bear. Oh, we got him? All right, come over. It's never too late. Y'all think I'm joking when I'm saying I've seen books open to November. I'm dead serious. I've seen it. That's why I'm telling you, it's circumstantial to who you are.
I know certification gets closed. I don't know when it gets closed, but when certification gets closed, kids can't certify, and they can't move.
I've seen it.
But you might be saying how he. I don't know. I ain't see because I should when I was closed, we closed.
When
I've
that
seen
shit
it in
closed.
I seen it in every.
No, no,
we-
no,
we-
you
we-
did
we-
not.
we-
No,
we-
you did not. No, you did not.
We did not
No,
see
I'm
you
not
did
all.
not.
I seen it in every tournament.
Oh,
Whether it's
okay.
Big 21, BTS.
I'm not familiar with those other tournaments, but
UTL.
I just know that because some teams, but some orgs, some leagues have a rolling certification. But more or less, that's the whole reason the certification closes. The certification closes so you can fucking set up your roster. When you set your roster, it closes because you shouldn't add any other kids and no kids should be moving. That's just it.
So do you feel like, for everybody right here, because we all coaches, do you feel like the certification process in New York should be a window within 2 weeks
It needs
prior
to
to the
It
season?
needs to be updated.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes it depends. It's a whole bunch of different factors that play into that. So you have times where people don't have their paperwork together. It's kids still that don't have certain documents. But more or less like first game, maybe going into the second game week, like that makes sense. But I don't know what the direct cutoff is. But the cutoff is made for you to finalize your roster. That goes without being said.
I agree, and I definitely would say from looking at the Facebook UIFL league post that national rosters are due September 17th. So that means your roster from your team, if you want to qualify for nationals, has to be submitted before that date. So that's a week away from, that would be week 2 for us, week 2 for BTS.
Correct.
So that date or before that date should be a date solidified for the rosters to be set. There's no moving, there's no skipping, none of that stuff. That's what it should be. Now it's unfortunate. It's realistically. I've been in leagues where there were rolling certifications where new people come and all of that other kind of stuff. But once that national roster is set, then you're set. I don't think it should be any kids held hostage on any team, my team, any other team. If the parents are not happy, if you're not happy with the services that you're getting at anything you're doing, restaurants, whatever, hotels, whatever, you're up and leaving. And you have a certain time frame and a certain deadline for you to do that, because that's your choice. You're paying for a service. Parents that pay registration and all that stuff, you're paying for a service. If the service is not, if you're being lied to or it's not what you expected, then you should have the opportunity to leave. If there were kids that were trying to leave that were not, I wouldn't say were not as developed as others, I don't think we'll be having this conversation. It's
So-
like, all right.
We touched on the topic about 5 times, and I want to stop you in your tracks because I noticed that came up about 5 times. The money. How many programs do it for the love, and how many programs do it for the money?
We do.
We do it for the love.
How much money we talking? What
Yeah.
what like this is not that thing
This
that
ain't a get rich.
kills me.
You
that
think it
people-
is? You think it isn't?
It is.
Hold on.
It is.
Hold on. Let me talk. I've seen the program's books before. What they made off registration, $79,000. I've seen that with my own eyes.
I can believe it.
So, yeah, Jerry, is it about the money, or is it about the love of the game and for these kids to be off the street? I need to know, because how many programs follow up with their kids after they leave the program? I'll wait.
We do. I know I have. I've been coaching
I do.
25 years, and there's several kids that have called me right now with issues or whatever, assistance, any kind of mentorship. Because I honestly, as a person, consider myself a mentor first and a coach second. So the mentorship overrules coaching. I don't care how much X's and O's and all that stuff that you have. If you don't have a relationship with your kids, you don't have a relationship with your players, your parents, then you're not a good coach.
I respect that. But then you got
I agree
people
with
out
that.
there
I agree.
that a kid played in a program for 1 or 2 years and they ain't even coached them directly. They make it to the NFL and he came from here and
Yeah,
he,
it's a lot
oh
of
my
that.
God,
It's a
I used to
lot of
work out with him every day and oh my God, I was just at his house. I just ate brisket with his mom and it's sickening, man.
Social
It's
media
sickening.
whores.
It's sickening.
It is.
It's sickening.
It
It's
is.
sickening.
It's social media, man.
Because what's your conversation like with these kids that make it to the next level? If you only could talk about their jobs, because let's take being in the NFL out of the equation. Yeah, that's the promised land for most of these kids that play youth football, but that's their job. So if you only could talk to them about their job and you can't ask them how they doing, what type of relationship do you really have with this kid?
Yeah, and I agree, and I can take it even further. You know, I hear a lot of coaches on the air. I got this kid in the school, and okay, that's fine. What are you doing to help them stay in school? Are you helping them with their homework? Are you giving them lunch money, or what are you doing? It's fine. Anybody could take somebody to a camp or something like that and get them and help them or whatever in that kind of way. But what are you doing to go forward? But it's different type of people. I want to say everybody's not built like that. Everybody goals are different. So there's some coaches that really love the kids and love helping kids succeed. It's some coaches that played or whatever and still living through the kids. And then there's the the ones that do it for money or whatever the case may be. But overall, I think we all are for the betterment of kids, and a competitive energy from a lot of the coaches and things like that, push them to do things that is really not normal. Oh, I don't want to give this player to this team because they might beat me, or little things like that. But it's not relevant, and it's not helping. Back to our point of it should definitely be a deadline for whatever transfers or whatever you want to call it, certifications or whatever, and let the parents and the kids play where they want to play. It's like, are we turning into Pop Warner, or are we turning into AYF? I thought we was UYFL. I thought this was something that's genuine, that's different, and that is a Division I teams and all of that other kind of stuff, where things should be propelled differently from the next level.
I appreciate that intelligent answer, Hawk. Seems like you and Jerry were classmates in Harvard. I mean, Princeton, bitch. But what I will say is, it's time to get into the hot seat.
Yeah.
Man. I want to get into the hot seat. I got a couple of questions, but I'm gonna let the CEO kick it off first. You want to give me the floor? I got a lot of shit to say. Let's talk about Jersey. Who runs Jersey? Is it Brick City or is it Dark Knights? What's up?
They family now.
Wait.
They cool.
They went to church together?
Nah, they good money now.
We've been family.
No, of course, but
no,
it's
no.
competitive.
I'll say
take
right
that.
now, what is it? 1-1-1 right now.
Oh, so it's even.
1-1-1.
Oh.
They cousins.
Oh, they cousins.
1-1-1.
They kissing
We-
cousins.
They together.
Oh, they
We still
together?
got
So
two levels to play.
They
Hold on,
ready
hold on,
to
you smell
roll
that?
out.
Hold on, you smell that? It's a merge.
Still got two levels to play. That's a possibility.
Oh shit. That's gonna make it hard for a lot of people if
That's
y'all
a
do that.
possibility.
Everybody else, everybody.
Yeah, he said you smell that.
It's part of the rules.
We about the kids, so that's a possibility.
I respect that. I respect that. But I must say, the Dark Knight's been making a lot of noise. Y'all been making a lot of noise. Man.
Everybody hates Jerry, man.
Yeah, because he's too smart. We don't understand. We don't understand.
Yeah, they said we'd rather play you because we don't know what you talking about. Word up.
All right. Moving forward. What's your guys' goal going into this 2023 season in BTS on all levels as an
Yeah,
org?
all levels.
Well, we went 4 for 4 last year, going to competing in Florida in the nationals with 11 youth from last year winning the actual national championship. So, I mean, now we got 6 levels. Hey, the goal is to improve on last year. It's always to improve. You can't remain the same. So, what we had last year, 12, 11, 10 and 9, all qualified. All qualified. 2 won the BTS last year.
Yeah, that was
So we
amazing.
trying to improve on it. That was our first year collecting as an org and making moves. So grow.
When it come to Jersey football now, do y'all feel like y'all got that bullseye on y'all? Like everybody watching y'all now?
Everyone's definitely watching us.
They see
but
y'all
that's-
out there.
But that's
They
fine. You know, as you doing this show, the more viewers you get, the better your show is. So we want people to watch. We want people to join.
I like that shit.
That's
Personally.
That's what it's all about. And they see the kids. The kids post more than the adults. So everybody see the adults in the New York Forum and all that stuff. You go on Instagram, you don't know half these kids.
oh, that's a fact.
They posting, they in group chats, they in all this other kind of
Yeah.
Yo,
stuff.
Hawk,
So
you ain't lying. About like 50 kids started following me last week. 99 reasons.
That's a
2
fact.
reasons.
Yo,
5
every
reasons.
reason.
I'm like, who the hell is this?
Everybody got a number
shirt
and a
like
I'm
reason.
telling you.
Elliott. I'm like, who the hell is
The reason is the reason now.
this? Yeah.
Every reason.
7K, 5K.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what's up with it? Like,
Yeah,
but
I
you know
love
what?
it.
You gotta love the kids,
love
man.
it.
You
I
gotta
love
love
it.
the
It's good
kids.
though.
I
That's the
love
way
it.
they communicate. And if you're not in that realm, then you just don't know.
What do you think we could do to make you football better though?
Jerry.
Not Jerry yet, cause I gotta get the dictionary out.
He needs some.
Merge.
You need a thesaurus. You need a thesaurus.
To make you football better, what do you think we need to do as a whole?
I think I just see 2 things. We need to define what it is, right? Everybody has different goals, and people should align their goals with the level of play that they're focused on, right? So one thing is, you ask kind of where our goals are as an organization. Our goal is to increase the level of play, not just for the state we're in, but for the entire area, right? And a lot of times that's been attributed to your local town, your local county. These are the best kids in my local area, you know, that I grew up with, and this is where we're going. I think we've seen that the world is much bigger than that, and the stage is much bigger than that. And if we, as even a tri-state area, want to get to that collective stage, then we have to find a better way to put better talent on the field, and that means taking a wider look at the net that we cast. And I'm hoping that what we can do with what we're doing with the Tark Chiefs can demonstrate what the potential and possibilities are with everyone moving forward.
Okay, Jerry, I want to touch on something that you said in your last sentence. You said putting better talent on the field.
Yes,
Sometimes it's not the talent, it's the coaching.
100%. No, that's very true.
A
That's
lot
very
of
true.
people
That's very
think
true.
because you come to youth football practice 2 days a week, 2 hours, you're a coach.
Correct.
You're not.
Correct.
Most
Correct.
people can't
Correct.
identify
Correct.
a front. Most people don't understand. If it's 9 in the box, throw the ball. Simplicity. The way you will move in everyday life, you can apply to coaching. And if you don't know what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with going to clinics. I see you guys up in clinics. Y'all want to
Always.
get better.
Always.
Y'all taking advantage of the. Listen, one thing I was told by one of the best football coaches in New York City, he's one of the best. Let's go by the name of Chris Legree. You can't die with the information. It's up to you as my younger employee or my younger brother to receive this information from me. So if I come sit with you 2 times a week or I call you 2 times a week and I'm receiving information, I'm doing my due diligence to give my org and my coaches that's around me a better service to help the kids. Because with my knowledge coming from you, because not everybody have that relationship, my knowledge coming from you, I can sprinkle the shit around. And I can help orgs get better, teams get better, kids get better. So a lot of people say, I don't got talent. No, you don't have coaching. Because certain kids respond to different coaches differently.
That's true.
I've seen it. I've
That's
been
true.
there.
That's
Yo, I
the
had a
fact.
team last year when I was with the Chiefs. They would say I only had 2, maybe 3 football players on that team. And I'm going to be honest with you, because I can laugh about it now. Just would see me in practice, but he was motivating me. You ain't going to win. You ain't even got that much kids at practice. You ain't gonna win. You ain't got no dogs like that. You ain't gonna win. Jakai can't do it by himself. You ain't gonna win. This person ain't ready. I was down both games. My playoff game and my championship game. I was down 2 touchdowns by the Bronx Wolfpack and BU. Came back and beat both teams. Coaching, adjustments. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's all about the coaching too, Jerry.
All the time
But
is about the
talent does
coaching.
play a factor.
It's always about the
And
coaching.
All the time is about the
and since
coaching.
it's the hot seat, and we on the subject of the talent, why these veteran coaches that have been coaching 15 to 20 years in all orgs always want to jump on a team that got the talent? Why you don't want to take the team that don't have the talent, that got to develop the players?
The reason they do
It's
that now,
sickening.
the
It's
reason
sickening.
the reason they do that now because they
Grandfather Day?
they stuck in the old times. I feel the game caught up to a lot of them.
Bullshit!
We live in a microwave.
Yo, they caught up to a lot of them.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit!
Hey, we live in a microwave, right? Where everybody wants it instant right now.
Mhm.
We got kids that come to the program that are gone because they wanted it right then and there. We got parents that see what we're doing in our program on specifically what I'm doing on my 11U level because we were more active on social media, what we're doing. They think when they come in, they're going to get it. And they don't understand. We've been doing this shit since 8U. The fruits of the labor are just now starting to prosper, but we've been doing this shit since we was 8U. We going to year 4.
But that's different. He's saying like why the ones who have the vets like 15 years
That's
in.
what I mean. The coaches because they want the microwave.
But if we the ones who we're the vets and we have the knowledge, why we wouldn't go to the teams who don't know anything?
Because you want the microwave. You want to win it right. You want to put your stamp.
It's not about
on
the
something.
journey.
It's not about the
It's
journey.
not about the journey.
You want to put your stamp on something. You know what I mean? Like Hawk is a good example, right? Hawk's head coach of the 12U last year.
Mhm.
Hawk took a step down to do more administrative work, but guess what Hawk is doing now? Coaching the 7U.
I respect that.
You know what I mean? You in order to build, you got to be able to sacrifice. This what a lot of people don't understand is that this shit take a lot of sacrifice. Whether it's financially, whether it's your time, to coach youth football is a huge sacrifice if you're doing it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way, it ain't gonna take that much time, and you probably make a little bit of money off of it. But if you're doing the shit the right way, you're gonna lose money. You're gonna take a lot of time, right? But what I like about it is, I get kids from inner cities that haven't left their city, haven't left their block, right? You get kids that can't go in a 5-block radius outside of their block just because of gang shit, but they get an opportunity to travel to California, North Carolina,
Amazing.
Texas,
That's
Georgia,
what it's about.
Florida. That's what it's about. To see the smile on their face when you show
Oh,
up in
man,
Florida
that's different,
and you got 2 villas next to each other and they just looking at each other from the
Yeah.
other pool screaming and jumping out
That's
of
a
the pool.
fact, though.
I know that's right. I was at your villa. You're talking about your villa.
My villa a little crazy. Look at it.
hole in the wall.
Project X. Jerry.
Pay the fees up front.
Jerry,
Yeah, I pay the fees up
Yeah.
front.
Jerry,
Yeah.
you got a good coaching staff. You're accompanied by some good brothers over there. Tim, it's my brother. He's a passionate coach. I coached with him last year. He's a passionate coach. You got Dan. I think he's evolved a lot coming from Brooklyn United into the Chief system. I think he's evolved a lot. TJ taught me my football rules. things that you can do and can't do in a football field. He taught me my football rules. You have two other young coaches, Cupidor and Mike. Cupidor is like, you know, I don't know if he really wants to like actually be the person that coaches the team or he just wants to infiltrate. But I will say that he does a good job at what he does. Mike knows a lot of football. And I'm gonna tell you why. Those two should know a lot of football. I coached both of them as a young coach. So, you know, you got a good staff over there. You got a good staff. So
Trying to say that's why they know a lot of
No.
That's crazy.
Despite
That's what's wrong with the world now.
despite the differences and you know the things that you know we went through in the past with me leaving the org and all of that, I don't have no malice intention towards none of them. I got love for every last one of them. I would never want to see nothing happen to them or anything like that. And I think you know you coming over and you know y'all doing the merge, it's working out good. And I must say, y'all doing what y'all supposed to do by the kids. They look happy, and you know it'll come along. But I will say this, because you know I'm controversial. When it's time to cross that bridge, it's that now. When it's time to face the woo, baby, what it's gonna be? Because there's gonna be a lot of coaching that's gonna have to go on between that game.
That's gonna be a
Because
good
there's some
game,
good
man.
kids on that side, and there's some
Both
good
sides,
coaching on that
both
side
sides,
too.
both
So
sides.
I need to know what it's gonna be like, or is it even gonna be close? I need your prediction today. This is your last registration
I'm
day.
gonna love that game.
I need your prediction today. What is it gonna be?
Great football.
Who's going to Florida as a Division I champion, and who's going to Florida as a Division II champion? I need you to tell me
Great football.
and say it with your chest.
Great football
Well,
for everybody.
Well, before we get there, we got week 6. I hope y'all ready. I hope you don't look past week 6 of us coming over there kicking that ass.
Oh, y'all gonna kick that ass?
Yeah, week 6.
Oh, y'all gonna kick that
Week
ass?
6. The
Y'all
show
remember
is
when y'all heard this
week-
first?
week-
Will
It's on
said
the
they gonna
clock.
kick that
They're on the
ass.
clock.
Week
They're on the
6,
clock.
They on the clock.
All right,
on the
you
clock.
talking about week 6? What I'm gonna do in 2 weeks against that 9U?
Oh, what, 2 weeks?
They gonna think they in Cali set tripping
Yo,
again.
that game. That game is gonna be a split.
What?
That game.
That 13U game?
Yes. That game is gonna be a split.
So it's gonna be 1-1.
Yes. Whoever win the first game is not winning that
Y'all
shit.
had made Jerry walk off the set and shit.
So
Yo,
I would wanna.
no, Jerry, no, don't leave. That game is that. Yo, listen, that game is going to be a split. Both of them teams is not going to win 2 times.
Jerry, I have some questions for you.
They're not. Jerry got to take a number 2. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that I don't see. I don't think both teams can win 2 times. I don't think both teams can win 2 times.
So you trying to say that one need to lose first and then win?
I'm not
last?
saying that, but no, one team can win, but I'm just saying my personal opinion. I don't know, because they know each other.
So
They
you
know one another.
So you want to know my?
I got a question before that. Why those two the crossover games?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the crossover
We got
game?
the Chiefs after that. It's
What?
week 6 the show, week 7 the
Week
Chiefs.
7.
Let me ask you a question.
So tickets.
Wow.
Let me ask you a
I like
question.
it. I like it though. We ain't dodging no shit.
So
but
you think it's a gate fee?
Niggas said, okay.
I mean,
Yo.
but
Money, just get that money.
as a league, I want you
That's
want
good
those.
for the league.
Yeah, you want those games. That's what
Absolutely.
what the league is precedented on. Like you want to see those games. You want to have competition. You want to see them in.
Brooklyn Chiefs 12U, Dark Knights 12U.
You want to see that before the championship. You want to see those games in regular season. That's what makes my league strong. That's what
Earlier
makes the
would be
team.
nice.
You want to see it, huh?
But what I
You said what? I'm sorry.
Move over. Move
Take
over
Jerry's
till you come
spot.
back.
You said you want to see those games earlier.
I would like to see them earlier.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because y'all both should be seasoned by that time. It should be y'all should both be at full strength. Y'all should be ready. Y'all in game.
I
That should be going.
don't think you get full potential in those games if I'm honestly speaking, because if you're talking about 2 teams that come in the league 7-0 at that time or 6-0 at that time, will you get full potential in that, because that's a possible Super Bowl matchup? Whereas if that game is played week 4, week 3, week 5, you might get more bang for your buck, because that could have type of implication on the remainder of the season. You know, but if both teams come in 6-7-0 and they're expecting to play each other in 3 weeks in the Super Bowl, that that's it.
Welcome back. Yo, but let me ask you a serious question though, because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people feel like it ain't gonna be close after the way they played in Jersey in the Brick City tournament. A lot of people felt like it ain't gonna be close. Like they're gonna have the upper hand.
Who's
They're
gonna
the
have,
favorite.
Who's gonna have the
The
upper
Dark
hand?
Chiefs is the favorite
Nah,
right
nah,
now.
nah, nah.
After the Brick City tournament, there's been controversy around the league, and there's been talks. They are the favorite.
That
Who
is no,
said?
de-
Who
no-
said?
it's no
Who said?
defense.
I'm Dark
their
Chiefs.
defense is solid.
I'm Dark
Who's
Chiefs.
defense?
No, they defense.
Dark Chiefs.
Who-
defense.
But who defense is not solid?
Who did the show play after the Brick City tournament
What you mean? Who
to compare?
Oh, damn. Who had that?
I don't know.
You talking?
I don't know. I'm not a 13U coach, and I'm not involved.
I'm just
in everything
I'm
that
no
goes
no I'm
on.
not debating. I'm
So,
I
asking.
don't know
No.
either. I ain't gonna.
I
hold
don't
you.
even think they played anybody.
I'm a Dark Chiefs guy, but you got to go with
So
the
by-
champs.
so
I mean,
by-
the show are
by-
the champs.
By not playing, then how can anybody even put you as a favorite in anything?
No, I said they're the favorite.
They
Yeah,
can't- they
I know.
can't- They
I'm
can't. They can't be the favorites though.
They only gave up 6 points. 6 points to the real dream chasers. They were the favorite.
Why can't they be favorite, Carl?
They're not favorite.
They are.
Explain.
Carl said that defending champs is favorite.
That's right.
Always.
That's right.
You gotta knock the champ out. You gotta knock
you gotta
him out.
respect the throne.
The defending
Always.
champs are the
But
the
favorite.
champ won't
You got
fight.
to.
All right, so this is
Huh?
what.
The champ won't fight. The
It
champ
was
wanna
gonna
use
fight.
loaded
It's gonna
gloves.
fight.
Y'all
It's
gotta-
gonna
y'all
fight
gotta-
week 6.
Yeah, they
They said the
They wanna
champ
use
using
loaded gloves.
they
They wanna
wanna
use
use
loaded.
loaded
They wanna
gloves.
use
They the
loaded
champs.
gloves.
defending. Yeah, they the champs. You gotta.
But that's up to you. Gotta check that when you getting your gloves checked.
So let
when
me
they
ask-
checking the wrap,
let me
it's
ask-
up to you
let me
to
ask
make
a
sure, like,
question.
yo, what's up with the wrap?
Let me ask a question. Is that the game of the year?
Yeah.
on the
On
13U.
13,
Yes.
Definitely.
Hell no.
That's
What-
that's
Hell
week
no.
seven.
The game of the year is gonna be 12U.
Week 6.
What?
That's week
No,
No, he
no,
said
no,
on
no.
13.
You don't think
You're
so?
12
No,
versus
no,
you're
no.
12?
I think 12
No, no,
versus
no.
I think 12 versus
no,
the
no.
Chiefs.
13,
I don't got
man.
no. I ain't gonna hold
don't
you.
think so?
I'm not.
I'm gonna tell you the rivalries. That's the biggest
Yo.
rivalries of the year.
That 13.
13U Dark Chiefs versus Show.
That's definitely
9U Show versus Avengers.
okay.
I still think it's show against the Chiefs.
You do?
Just because it's still a Chief
We're gonna-
Canes
We're
rivalry.
gonna step all over them next week.
What are you, a show or you a chief?
I'm a Staten Island Hurricane.
Oh,
He's showing up for Chief.
I'm a Staten Island Hurricane. What are you, a Suicide Squad or a Joker?
Both.
They
All
they
day.
UTL. They don't talk in this discussion. They
Yo, beat,
UTL.
Nah,
beat the
nah,
Dark,
nah,
beat the
nah,
Dark
nah,
Knights,
nah,
then
nah,
holla at
nah,
me.
I'm Suicide Squad.
Beat the Dark Knights,
I'm
then holla at me.
forever the riot.
Beat the Dark Knights, then holla at me.
They ain't gonna
Anyway,
never. They ain't
But
gonna
that's
never holler
easy.
at you.
Oh,
then,
let's
man.
we gonna keep it here.
They ain't gonna never holler at you.
We gonna play. We gonna play for something.
Yo,
But,
listen. Let me tell you some real stuff though.
Go back to 13U.
That 13U game might be the game of the decade.
That's definitely.
That's a big
definitely.
Because this is their last ride.
That's a real
This
rivalry.
is meaningful. This
That's
is
a
their
real
last ride.
rivalry. Everybody waiting on it. And
I
I'm
think,
gonna go.
I think what's
That's
most
good
important. I
football.
think what's most important about that is once we just see what the side of the bracket is.
It don't
I
matter.
think
It
that's gonna make it
matters,
even
though.
better.
I think, me
I
per
think-
se, I think they should be on the same side of the bracket.
I think so.
That makes it more competitive.
But
Who
I'm gonna
won
tell
it
you,
more?
I'm gonna go now. Hold on. Can I get my little prediction on that 12U though?
Who you got?
I ain't gonna even tell y'all because I don't want nobody to get mad at me.
Why would we get mad at you?
I got the Chiefs by 3 touchdowns.
Damn.
Over who?
Y'all.
Over Dark Knights.
Oh my.
Over who?
He said
I got
three.
Chiefs by 3.
Three touchdowns,
I'm not gonna
21
lie.
points?
Yo,
I got-
Over who?
No, not just
21?
21. I'm talking about a easy 20, easily 21 easily. Like,
step all over them.
Over who?
no, I'm
12.
I'm just saying that's like the minimum. I'm talking the minimum.
Oh, okay.
Defending
Oh,
national
shit.
champion.
I'm talking the
Defending-
minimum.
Defending national champs.
Wait, at
A
minimum?
minimum.
I'm talking the minimum.
Like
I'm saying
back in the days we used to get in the
said
cab and say
easy,
minimum charge?
easy 21. Easy 21 as in, yo, listen, we going 21, we going to go to the bathroom. They might
Wait,
score
wait,
one
wait, wait,
time,
wait. Hold on,
and we
hold
going
on.
to come back and
I'm
Hold
giving
on,
them
hold on,
easy
hold on, Hop.
two
Carl,
touchdowns.
9 plus 10, 21? Or 10
21.
plus-
Hey, well, I heard that the Chiefs said they gonna fuck the Canes up 7, 8, 9, 12, and 13.
You reading that from a text message?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who
seven,
said that?
7. I don't know. I don't know
think
about
Ju-
7.
Just
They
said
got-
that. Just,
Tell him to go to bed.
Just is trying to get in. Just want to dial in.
Tell him to go to bed, man. Let me tell you
Yo,
something.
tell.
I'm going to be honest with you. 7,
Hold on, I'ma see
it ain't going
Josh.
to happen.
Just want to get in. Hold on.
8,
You can get them.
It's up in the air. 9, welcome to death row. 10, no 10 in the
Nah, he
city
didn't
stands
say
a chance.
10. He said
Oh,
7.
they don't have
He said
10.
7, 8,
Oh.
9, 12, and
They don't have
13.
10.
12?
12 is going to dance.
They
12 was going.
yeah.
12 was going to do
Let
the
me say
easy.
something. Let
Yo,
me touch
12.
on the-
Oh,
let me
12.
touch on- let me
12
touch
going
on-
to do the easy.
let me-
The what's the name shuffle.
Let me
joint.
touch on the 12U Chiefs team. This is their last and final chance to win it all. And if you just don't understand the mission as a president to make sure that Malik goes UIFL to get that national, you're crazy. I'm telling you early, congratulations.
12.
That 12 is that tough to the T. It's no way
Took 'em to
they should
church.
lose.
Yo, Chief 12U win the Nationals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
this is their year.
Chief 12U win the Nationals. That's the real goal to the
Congratulations.
right.
Well, the question is,
That's official
is the
team.
Chief 12 going UIFL or battle?
They gotta go UIFL. Battle,
They'll win both. I don't care.
I don't know.
They'll
It
win
depends on
both.
if they
They'll
play.
win
If they
both.
gotta play,
Well,
because they can't go
anyway.
D2 battle. They have to go D1, and you know what that means. That means rare breed.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, they battle tested though.
They definitely
they've
battle tested.
been putting work in.
No, they,
You got to look
they
at. No,
have.
listen, they've been putting work. Don't let the losses. They've been putting work in, man.
What
They've
about
been
your
putting work
9U?
in.
Let's talk about your 9U since you want to talk about
I'll see
everybody
you in
else's team,
Plant
man.
City. I see you in Plant City. You better come too.
I'm gonna get there. Y'all got a lot of different players from all over the world, right?
Who told you that?
I heard y'all pimping all over the world. Area
Yeah, I'm not Ludacris or Bobby
All
Valentino. I don't like
around
trainers.
the
But what I will
world.
say
code. I heard
is,
Philly Dilly in the building.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you gonna win?
Who?
You?
When?
Are you?
When is an
Seeing
understatement?
come again.
When is an understatement?
All right.
When is an understatement?
If you don't,
Who y'all playing?
bring
Who
us
we
back.
playing?
Yeah.
On the Jersey side, I don't know who's good on the Jersey. Knights Elite? That's what we're going to play? On a 9.
9 years.
Yeah, I'm asking who? Y'all would know more than me.
So there's
On
nobody.
the
to shoot.
Jersey side.
There's nobody you looking at.
There's-
Dark Knights.
Oh, y'all have a 9?
Hold up. We answered your question earlier. I'm gonna give you what we got. We got a 7. We got a 9. We got a 10. We got 11. We got a 12. We got a 13.
So I should be playing
So,
the Dark Knights.
We'll have 6 levels in the championship.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be playing the Dark
Y'all got
Knights.
6. You think y'all have 6
so,
in the ship?
so,
We'll have 6 levels in the championship.
so look, let me say something. We'll be playing the Dark Knights, and you know what I'm going to do to them, right?
Yo, if they get 6 levels.
Fuck them up.
Yo, hold on. If they get 6 levels in the ship, that's unheard of.
No, that's not true.
Yes,
One
it
year
is.
we had 6 levels
You
on the
didn't
Chiefs.
have.
When?
No, you didn't.
Cool,
When?
just right.
No, you
One year
didn't.
we had 6.
No, you didn't.
One
You
year.
had 4.
No,
You had
we had
4.
6.
You're a liar.
What am I talking about?
You're a liar.
I don't
What
know.
I'm
I don't
talking
remember.
about.
I don't remember.
One year.
It was 4,
Pull
I
up the
remember.
fact. No, you don't remember because this was.
They don't have 6.
This
They
was
never had
this
6.
was almost damn near 13 years ago.
Y'all must have
We
been the
had-
only team
let me
in the
say
league.
Something.
13
We had
years.
6 teams.
Nah, man,
We
come
had
on.
6 teams in the Big Apple Championship
Statue
at
of
Old
Liberty.
Boys High,
Statue of
and we
Liberty is
lost
over.
every
Nah.
game.
What year was this?
This
You gotta
had
give
to
me a
been
year
about
now.
2009 or
That-
2010.
that's a lie.
We
Y'all didn't have 6 in the 09 or 10.
8 or 9.
No.
Call just ask them.
No, I'm not
We
calling
had
just.
6 teams in the chip. We lost all 6 games at Old Boy High. We couldn't believe it.
Statue of Limitations
Somebody
is over
put
now.
dead
That's
crows all
13
over
years,
that
it's over.
field. Seriously.
You got a whole generation
That's
of kids
over.
that went through 13
Yeah,
years
13.
ago.
We talking about the 13U show in the Dark Chief.
All right,
They wasn't even
wasn't
born. They-
born yet.
We will indefinitely have these levels on in the championship. 7, 9, 10, 13. At least 4.
7, 9, 10.
And those are the teams that I've seen, so that's what I can speak on. I haven't seen the other teams.
I think y'all 11s will make it with no Suicide Squad.
Ooh, that's. Oh shucks.
I think y'all 11s might.
Oh,
fuck with
Lord.
Suicide Squad.
Oh,
'Cause
Lord.
what happens
Hold
with
on.
y'all 11s is all
Why,
y'all
why,
11s.
why the Suicide Squad not?
Well, they in.
What's
they,
going
they,
on with
they,
that?
I
They
don't-
baby jokers.
I thought they was in the UFL.
They
They
with
not.
the Little Legends.
Oh wow, you said the Little Legends?
Yeah.
Wait
Why
a
they the
minute.
Little Legends?
So that's the
I
only
don't know
way.
if there's nothing else.
That's the only
Oh,
way.
shit.
That's the.
They unbecoming. They definitely.
They unbecoming?
They're definitely about to.
Shout out to Coach King.
They're
Jamal,
definitely about to do their thing though.
So no,
Ravi and them.
Get
so
them-
no
get them-
Suicide Squad, and your rivalry thing is over with.
Hold on, get Jerry to the mic. What's your prediction?
I just booked my flight.
What's your prediction on 13?
Yeah, it's over.
What's up? What's your prediction on
In the
13?
regular season?
I got the show by 2 touchdowns. What we talking about? What's up?
In the regular season?
In the championship, when it count. Regular season, they going to beat y'all, but it don't matter by how much. But in the chip, I got them by 2 touchdowns. What we talking
And
about?
shit by 2 touchdowns.
Nah, I got them winning though.
You said you ain't seen them. How you got them by 2?
I said I seen them. I haven't seen 12
They
and
ain't-
11.
they-
So let me
ain't
ask you
played
your
since the
answer.
first
So-
certification.
So are they will
That's
will
gonna
be
be a
able
good
to
game,
field
though.
a 13U team.
You said what?
They will be able to field a 13U team.
Yeah, why not?
You're confirming that.
Why not?
I just want to I just want to confirm.
Because if you're going by the
Oh,
rules,
see, I'm
we
going
go-
off of what I last seen
No,
about
no.
3 weeks ago.
he might be going back to the rules again.
Oh.
So if we going to the
So
rules.
you got some
Ain't no some
you
nothing.
got some Miami waves
No,
going
no,
on.
he got the rule book going on, I guess.
All
but
right.
but I got both teams winning by 2 scores.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That 13U game is gonna be a competitive game. I could sit here and laugh and joke and give my prediction. To be honest with you, I think you was right. It's gonna be split 1-1.
It's gonna be split.
If
It's
not,
definitely gonna be split.
if not, the better team just win 2 times. And I don't think it's gonna come down to coaching.
I don't
I
think
think it's
that-
gonna
I
come
don't-
down to the kids and how much they want it.
I don't think it depends. Oh,
You guys are really
man.
you're really conflicted.
It's because this is football.
You gotta respect.
I
the
know I
brand.
see both sides. You know what I'm saying? I know how to beat both of y'all. Y'all can combine, not blow both of y'all out anyway. So, but it's like the Canes can't cover. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Who said that?
Me.
What?
They can't cover the pass. They can't.
And the Dark Chiefs could?
We're not talking about the dog. You ain't saying nothing about
Said
dog.
the
Chief.
Canes.
Yo, you
You
mad?
said
You,
the Canes.
yo, you mad? Hold on, you mad? Hold on, you upset?
The
Yo, he's
Canes-
upset.
Said the Canes can't cover a baby with a blanket.
Yo,
And-
yo, you say something about Show Buddy?
y'all
getting
have
his
y'all
feelings.
weaknesses also. What is it, buddy?
Their weaknesses?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
is it?
I don't know.
Oh, no, you don't
I ain't
know.
watched them enough. I don't know what their weaknesses are.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your weakness is your D line.
The D line?
D-line.
They too little.
Yeah,
They too
they
little.
gonna get their ass moved.
D line too little.
Better come with a better technique.
Yo, whoever gets stopped twice lose. Back to back.
No.
Yes.
If it's early, no. If it's
Whoever
in
gets
second, third
stopped
quarter,
2
maybe.
possessions back to
This-
back,
this
they
is-
lose.
I know this is live, but is this being recorded as well?
Yes.
Yes.
This,
Yes.
so you can. This can be it can be cut
Yes.
and play back.
Mhm.
Talk
It can be revised
Talk
and
your
edited
shit,
and
Jerry.
All
remixed.
that. Everything.
Both the audio and video.
Everything.
Talk
Can,
it,
can I
Jerry.
get a zoom in right now? Just a zoom in right there, real quick.
Oh, who?
Oh, who him?
Right here on Buddy.
Oh, okay.
Hot seat, baby.
Yeah.
What's up?
Sorry. You know, I look. I see. Who is this? Anita Hinton on here too. Mike is on there. Is Mike on there then?
Nah,
Benita's
Mike,
on there.
Mike,
Benita's
Mike,
on there.
Mike.
Mike's on
That's-
there.
Hey,
Mike
Barry.
must
Nah,
be-
Mike,
Can we
Mike
get
gonna look
somebody
at
to
it
step
later.
To the front. Can we get somebody? I don't. There's not any. No one.
If Anita's on there, Mike's on there.
Just talk, Jerry. It'll go back and look at it.
See, now this is one thing that people fail to understand, right? When there's additions, right? And then there's subtractions, okay? There's additions and there's subtractions, and sometimes subtractions hurt more than additions.
Get to the point, Lincoln lawyer.
Everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't.
Okay?
Say it.
So I don't have to be as
This is
explicit.
raw. This is
I'm just saying,
authentic.
when you have the transfer portal, you have additions and you have subtractions. They're coming from somewhere, going. So there's different value propositions, different value exchanges.
So
right?
you think that subtraction from the show is gonna hurt them? Honestly,
No. I don't believe they think so.
So you think it will, but they don't care that they think
Yeah,
it won't.
listen, what did you say? Week 6?
Y'all played in week 6, right?
Week 6? Week 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, week 6.
We just have to wait to see, right?
That's gonna be a good game. Where it's
These
gonna be
people
at?
came real humble.
That's gonna be in the island. On the island.
You know what it's gonna be.
No, it's not. You know, it's
How would I
just
know?
because when you do dial it back and you like listen and you chop it up and you're like, damn, he actually said all of that shit prior to the game, and then he remixed it with the same audio and left it, but you weren't paying attention.
Ooh, papoose. But let me say something though, Jerry, because a lot of people out there didn't go to Harvard. I need you to break it down in the most simplest form. What do you mean by that?
Browser terms.
Please.
Put a couple of
Slow and
Yamins
steady
in there.
wins the race. You have to have heart.
Oh wow.
So what that saying?
Is
What
that
you
simple
saying?
enough?
Whew.
Okay.
His words is like they don't. He do it calm.
They're prolific, though.
Yeah, no,
That's
no,
very
no, no.
prolific.
He was raised by scholars.
Yeah.
Yo, seriously, like I understand what he's saying, but
You can't even get mad when he talk.
no, yeah, like
It's
he like Joe
you
Buttons.
don't know if you confused. You
Yo,
like,
he like the Joe Buttons of youth football. Yeah, like
Yo, I supposed to laugh, cry like,
yeah,
hold
you don't
on,
argue,
bitch.
like there's no controversy.
Did he
with
just
it.
diss me? Like,
It's like, I gotta look this word up.
And he doing it in Chincletas.
yeah.
Yo, Will.
Very cool though, man.
Yes, sir.
So 11U will be in Plant City.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Easily,
God.
easily though.
Landslide.
Absolutely.
Landslide?
I don't. You never know what's gonna happen, man.
Last-
We gonna
that's-
we gonna coach
yo,
what we got.
I feel every division, not every division, except for 13s. Everybody have a easy ride. I
So let's
feel.
go.
Except for
Let's
nines.
start. Let's start from the bottom, from 7 all the way up.
You go. You do it.
7,
I don't know.
7U.
We got a 7U. We got a young 7U.
It's
don't know.
It's a 3-way tie.
You didn't even see sevens.
I
Man.
did.
You saw the
did.
sevens, but nobody else.
I saw 7. It's a 3-way tie on 7.
Ain't no such thing, no
It's a
three-way
three-way
tie,
tie.
man. Ain't no such
Harlem
thing.
Jets,
Come on, you make this.
Avengers, and us.
All right.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Who you got?
8U.
So you gotta get 3 on every division if you gonna do
8U.
3.
8U. I'm gonna keep it. I'm a real person.
3-way tie.
8U. It's a 3-way tie. You got Harlem.
Yo, listen, we're not doing a 3-way tie. Pick
Yeah,
a winner,
pick-
man.
Give me
Pick a winner.
Give me
Stop
a
bullshit.
Pick a winner.
Stop bullshitting.
Give
Yeah,
3-way
This
tie.
ain't 3-car Molly.
no,
7U.
put on your
7U.
carpet cap.
Hold on. 7U. Us.
You lying.
I know what?
No, I don't know.
7U. Us. 8U. I say Avengers.
He's Stevie Wonder now.
I say Avengers. 8U. I say Avengers. 9U. Come on, we're not even gonna talk about that. It's all the way us. 10U.
Nah.
Us.
Why you saying 9 you was y'all?
Jeez,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yo, come on, son.
I got some shit on my team.
What you
I
got?
heard you suffered a few times. I
What
heard
you
you been
got?
suffering on a low though.
Suffering what?
I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'm
What you
hearing-
got?
Suffering what? A mal-headed?
Tell everybody what you got.
I'm not doing that, sir.
Why not?
Because I'm Jerry. I'm very inquisitive. Moving on. 10U. We all know landslide, hurricanes.
I got 10.
11U. Will.
Definitely.
12U. Malik. Chiefs.
Okay.
13U. Cross that finish line when we cross it.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you gotta give a prediction.
You got to put a prediction on that. You can't dance on that.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I gotta go with my home team.
You with
That's
the
my
split?
all.
Oh, the
Oh,
Chiefs?
Chiefs?
No,
All
I'm
right.
going with the Hurricanes.
You said the home team.
Hurricanes.
Oh, you talking about where you spend the night at?
Hurricanes.
Yo, he's sleeping
Hurricanes.
over there.
I'm
He's
about to
sleeping
say,
over
he
there.
gotta-
go
you
with
gotta
the
spend the night
Hurricanes.
bag.
I gotta go with the
You got to
Kings.
spend the night
Yo,
back.
that
I
game
thought that was
is
a
a
Chief hat
split.
you had on.
That
Nah,
game,
this is the winning committee.
that game is a split though.
You think so?
Yeah, that game is a
If
split.
it's not a split, can you take me to dinner?
I know it's a split.
Bet.
What's your who you
If it's a
you got the
split, I
Kings
take
winning
it.
both games?
Carl. Okay, game 1. Walk me through the split. What
Game-
happened games 1?
Game 1, I think it's a lot of nerves gonna play a part on both sides, and I think coaching gonna be a little too personal that y'all not really paying attention. Y'all just, know what I'm saying? I think the kids y'all gonna put too much pressure on the kids on both sides. So I don't think the kids gonna go all out that first game. They're gonna play with too much nerves because they know it's personal with the coaches. So they're gonna be scared to make a mistake.
Who wins?
I don't know.
Oh, it's going to be a close one.
No,
Nah, Carl said 2 touchdowns.
it's not.
Both games gonna be 2 touchdowns.
Both games gonna be 2 touchdowns.
in a split. Though.
Either way.
Either way.
So
Okay.
basically, what you're saying is, it's gonna be a lot of pressure from the coaches to the kids. So
It's
the
gonna be-
game's
yeah.
gonna be dictated by what kid makes a mistake or what
Yeah,
team
they're gonna
makes
be
a
scared.
mistake.
They're not gonna go hard.
Okay.
They gonna be scared to give their all.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying they're gonna front like they going hard, but nah.
That's a big game.
That Super Bowl game gonna be a game.
That's
though.
a big game.
And it's gonna get pulled in the
Hold
fourth
on.
quarter.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, and I gotta keep it real. I ain't leaving this podcast without shouting out my guys. They technicians.
Ooh.
Dennis and Devon, they technicians. They students of the game.
You talking about one side of the ball, though.
I'm talking about offense.
Yeah.
One side of the
Defense, we
ball.
already know.
Yo,
what
I ain't
it
gonna
is.
see since you doing that now.
We
Now I
already
might as
know
well.
what- we already know what
Since
they're
you
doing
doing that,
defense.
since we doing that now, since you calling out your guys, I'm calling out my guys, man.
What's up?
You already know what's up.
Oh, Dan and TJ?
Come on, you already know who I'm. Yo, you don't play. Man, I got the dog cheese winning on 13 you, man.
Right, and I
Stop
got
playing,
the show,
man.
so what we doing?
Huh?
What you-
So don't be doing that, man.
Dinner.
Of
Dinner.
course.
All right.
Yeah,
Dinner on no split.
I got the
got the
Canes.
sh-
I got the
I got the
Canes. I
Hurricanes
got the
both
Canes.
games.
I got the Canes winning games on week
Winning the
6.
championship.
I got the
is
Canes. I got the
real
Canes winning
split
week
when it
6,
come to that.
and I got Dog Chiefs winning the chip.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. That's an honest opinion. That's fair.
But if the dog, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I do got to split, but if the Dog Chiefs win week 6, it's over in the Super Bowl.
You think
They
so?
they gonna win easily.
What's the number one thing you was taught by a coach? It's hard to beat a team twice.
That shit don't.
That
That shit
shit
They
don't.
don't.
mean shit.
When you know the kids.
Not unless
Don't
you the
mean
Dark
shit.
Knights and you playing the Saints.
That
That's
shit don't
another
mean shit.
situation.
But we going by the rules. But we'll see, man. We about to we gonna wrap this up though.
All right. Well, I just want to say shout out to you guys this season. Hop, good luck on your 7U. Jerry, good luck on 13, and Will, good luck on 11. Shout
Same
out to
team.
that fabulous team mom over there. She does a terrific job.
Hootie who?
Don't sleep on that Dark Chiefs 12U, man. Y'all check
Yeah, I'm
it, y'all
sorry,
check it
mom.
out.
No
Dark
disrespect.
Knight
No
12U,
disrespect.
so-
Nah,
I
that's
got
gonna
the
be- that's-
Chiefs spanking that ass.
Twice?
They ready.
Yeah, they're
Nah, I'm
ready.
gonna say
It's not
I'm
gonna be
ready.
close.
I ain't gonna say
That's what-
twice. I'm gonna say once because the second time they ain't gonna want to play again.
Yeah,
But
they
then
ready.
again, you said that
It's hard to beat a team
13U
twice.
show couldn't stop the pass.
They can't.
I never seen the Chiefs stop the pass neither.
On what
12.
level? 12?
Yeah,
Oh,
and they throw the ball. Sunshine throw the
Hey
ball.
yo, hey. Matchups make games.
that's a fact.
That's what it does.
I think it's gonna be a good game for everybody. Though. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
hope
just-
it. I hope it
I
don't be
look
too
at them
personal.
different. I look at
just
them
hope
different.
I hope it don't be too
What you mean
personal.
look at them different? I think the Dark Chiefs play calling. The Dark Knights play calling on 11, 12, the 12U this year. Their staff, they're very methodical. They
So
have a system. They're
Stop,
very
stop talking
This
like you
nigga just
Jerry.
looked at me. Yo, this nigga was just on his phone.
You see
Yo,
what you doing,
yo, yo.
Jerry?
That
Yo,
nigga looked
Jerry.
up. That nigga looked up.
Yo,
What's
yo,
that
Jerry.
M word? What's that M word?
Yo, Jerry, I don't mean to be facetious about the situation.
Yeah.
But according to my proclivities, I think that the Dark Knight
Yeah.
12U is methodical. And they just do what works for them.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs are so nasty and so brutal and so aggressive.
aggressive.
They teach.
They too
Look, did you
aggressive.
see Just Blaze?
You can't-
He
you
almost
can't-
blocked the kid
you
to his
can't-
mother.
But
can't-
that's gonna be the difference on the
yeah.
13U too. Also, it's the physicality. They're not.
I can't
Y'all
never
don't
go
teach
against my
physicality.
team
Y'all don't be
that I took
physical.
to the national
Y'all never y'all finesse. Y'all too
13U
finesse. Oh y'all your whole program.
No,
Y'all too
national
finesse.
champions.
Y'all nice.
You can't teach aggression.
You can't teach
And
hard.
that's something that's like a untangible. Like that's something that you can't really look on the stat sheet and see if a team is aggressive. That shit goes a long way.
Every team was more aggressive than the Patriots.
Then who?
Every team was more aggressive than them.
Who? Bill
In the
Belichick
Super Bowl.
Patriots or Brooklyn Patriots?
Bill Belichick.
Come on, man.
Belichick, but Belichick,
God damn it.
Belichick was
They always
different.
win.
Belichick was
Said
different.
Brooklyn Patriots.
I don't know who that is.
Oh
But they
shit!
always win.
It
Shout
ain't-
out to them.
They don't got no
They
Belichick.
still got all?
It's not
I
no.
don't know.
It's not many Belichicks in no
RIP.
youth football. I don't see no guys that's thinking like that.
Yo, but I'm just happy we did this. I'm happy you wasn't bot. You're a little bot. You're a Chief hater. But you
I'm
started
a
to come.
chief hater. I've
You
been
started-
giving them flowers for the last month. They've been traveling.
You've been pissing
Black
on the flowers
roses.
too.
Go
I'm
to
about to
your
say,
friend.
you
traveling
pissing
mercy
on the
for flowers.
flowers.
Listen,
You a
let
dog
me
chief. You a
just go
dog
on
chief
record.
hater.
Hey, they
Hold
said
on,
they
hold
say
on.
you giving them flowers after you wipe your ass with them.
Nah, I would never disrespect them like that. That's family. I would never do that. I'm not gonna disrespect them. I'm where I'm at because decisions had to be made based upon things that I've done in the
That's
past.
a whole nother show. That's a whole nother
Oh,
show.
no, let him talk. I
hold
want to
on,
hear
hold
the ball.
I'm where I'm at because of decisions that had to be made based on things that I've done in the past when I was young and I was ignorant
Mhm.
and current to the prior time. Like, it was something that was agreed upon that somebody didn't stand on, and I had to just step back and do what I need to do.
Are you a heavy influential person over there now? You would say.
I am. I'm a heavy influence to anywhere I go in youth football.
All right, influence the motherfuckers to start holding kids hostage so we can play the fucking game. Period.
Yo, sign
Point
it out.
blank.
Yo,
Close the fucking show. Tom.
Sign it out.
Yo,
Sign
that's
out.
it.
We
Yo.
sign out.
Yo,
We
Hop,
sign
you
it
got
out.
that on, right?
Sign it
I'm rushing in that boat. Oh, yeah, well, they gon' go feel.
best thing is youth football. It's the best thing that ever happened to youth football. Riot Squad. You heard?
Y'all see the nigga right here? You understand reason?
I ain't hear you.
Still number one. No one is for a reason. The thing right here is there for a reason. Flag. Bring them niggas back.
We are who